What is up, my little pussy farts? What's going on?
What is up, everybody? I am Danny.
I'm Riley. We are Music Mayhem. We did this on not too long ago. We did a reaction video to an Amity Affliction song, and we had a couple of people watching the video. So we do appreciate you guys watching. With those comments that from the people that are watching, one of the songs that we got was a band called Villain of the Story, and unbeknownst to us, we had actually heard a song from them.
Yeah.
Prior to this video.
Yeah. Well,
I don't remember what the fuck it was just called,
but it was a ballad.
Yeah, it seemed like more of a ballad.
It was a ballad.
So the one that
what up?
The one we got, that's you, brother. We're gonna be doing GHC from Villain of the Story, from what at least YouTube has. It was 2 years ago. But
well, no, hold on. When you say really damn, we hadn't heard this song yet. We heard a different song. It seemed like the whole entire thing was a ballad.
Yeah, it was a little slower. And again, we literally were just trying to remember the song, and I forgot the name of it. But there was a music video to it. So I know what we look for in metalcore music and rock music in general. So let's see if there's a little bit of a difference.
Well, I mean, you did say it was metalcore, so I mean, when we heard the song earlier, we were like, okay, this is certainly a ballad. And we
really didn't remember hearing it to begin with,
right?
So
we kind of knew that you suggesting a couple of different songs were the songs that would kind of hit us in our wheelhouse a little bit.
Yeah.
So we are expecting it to get heavier. It just so happens that the only song that we had ever heard from you guys was a ballad.
Yeah.
So like we said before we left the other video, we will let you know exactly what we think. We will give you reasons as to why we don't like something. We will give you reasons as to why we do like something.
That's very cool, bro. That's very. Yeah, I'll tell you.
And I'll tell you
right now. We were just saying, even listening to the ballad, you have a great voice, bro.
Yeah,
you have a great voice.
That was the first thing I said. I was like, this dude's got a great voice.
Yeah,
you really do. And the lyrics that you were displaying in that ballad, you could tell it hit home for somebody, maybe even you. And it was nice to see. So, like I said, the first thing that we heard was a ballad. We're gonna go ahead and dig into the heavier stuff. We will be brutally honest. If we don't like it, we will be brutal about it.
But we'll tell you why. Like you said, we'll tell you why we don't like it.
That's right. We're not going to go into this thinking that we won't like it, though. We're going to go into this thinking that this is metalcore music, and it's going to hit us in our wheelhouse.
And that's certainly where we're at right now.
So let's go ahead and do it.
So
thanks for joining us, brother. Thank you.
Like we always do, we pull the disclaimer out as well. We will pause this intermittently so that we can make sure that the video stays up for you guys.
That's right.
So that you can enjoy it.
That's right.
But again, this is called Villain of the Story, and the song is called GHC. Let's go. Get a little methodical build up, hopefully. Okay.
That's what it sounds like.
Here we go. Was not expecting that,
bro. Coming from your fucking ballad voice.
Yeah, no shit.
That's fucking serious. I know
that's pretty fucking heavy.
I know we're 44 seconds, but we are literally into the first riff of this, and I was like, okay, I was not expecting that. That's fucking awesome, bro. That's good. All right, and I like how simplistic your drummer's set is. That's fucking awesome. Like the guys like from Wage War and even from Beartooth, how their sets are so simplistic, but they can play some crazy stuff.
Well, that's
I like that.
It doesn't matter how elaborate your set is. It's just the sound that you make of that.
Well, it's not the drums that you have available. It's the sticks that you have in your hand.
That's right. That's right.
So let's keep it going.
Yeah, let's get it. Well, while we're doing this, drop us a line. Where are you out of? Where are you based out of?
Yeah, screaming clean, screaming clean.
Certainly metalcore.
That's certainly metalcore. Now you gotta hit us with a fat breakdown at some point. You're giving us the potatoes right now. Give us the meat, bro. So are there two singers? Are there two singers in this band?
That's what it looks like. I think the guy that's the clean shaven one and a little bit longer hair is just kind of that complimentary backup when you're not capable of necessarily holding all of it. Well, you have a great voice, bro. If you're the screamer and that predominant lead singer, you have a great voice, bro. Even that.
We gotta rewind it.
All right,
we gotta rewind it because we just got into the breakdown and missed the beginning of it.
What I was gonna say before he just touched my shoulder, made me do that. Kind of made me feel a little.
I'm Christian Grey. That is some fucking that.
All right, bro. I don't need you to tie me up or anything like that.
All right, let's go. Come on.
No gagging, no.
You know,
but
been in that position
I will say, you know what? Even the clean shave guy that has a little bit of longer hair, even as a complimentary screamer, has a good fucking screaming voice as well because it's a different register, if you will, from the screaming standpoint.
It certainly is.
You have the deeper growling kind of scream where he has a little bit more high pitched screaming.
Yep.
But it kind of flows seamlessly. There's good fucking music in between it. I think that's a good move. It's not like one of those where you're singing and then there's a distinct pause in between your singing and his singing to where it's completely like noticeable that you're switching people. Had we not heard or not watched this video, I don't know that I could have said that it wouldn't have been completely plausible for you to be pulling off all of it. But it's not, but it's nice to see that there's somebody that's kind of complimenting you because we do have bands that we listen to all the time that have a very good complimentary second sound to it.
Well, I mean, you got your wage wars and your I prevails, and you know there is no like Cody's not screaming. He's singing in higher register.
Well, he's had some higher registers, but it's a very high pitched screaming, and it's not a minimal.
Absolutely. And then you have the I prevails where Eric is the soul screamer.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you got Brian that's doing the soul clean singing. So I actually really like this so far.
Yeah, this isn't bad at all.
Really fucking awesome. We're going to back it up. We missed the beginning of the breakdown.
I did back it up a little bit.
Okay, we're going to get into the breakdown right now, which is another metalcore statement.
Yeah, you had to have a breakdown.
So let's see what you guys got to offer right now.
Let's go back.
I like this so far, man. This is good. Pause it real quick. That's something very different. You don't really get
that fast talking.
You don't get the fast lyricism while somebody's growling.
Yeah,
that's something very different, and it sounded really cool. That was actually really good. I appreciate that because you're giving us something a little bit different than. Well,
it's almost one of those where
it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more on the emotionless and white.
Well, but it's
it kind of area.
But in the same aspect, I mean, I know we have a minute left to go, and I don't know what the last minute's going to give us, but it's almost one of those where we're talking about how it's going into the breakdown type of thing. That was almost more of a vocal breakdown as opposed to an instrumental breakdown. Like it wasn't that there was a hard change of pace in the instrumentals.
Well, no, but it was different. But it certainly went from a 4/4 time to a 2/4 time, which essentially means it is sort of a breakdown.
So maybe you're just where you're used to just the breakdown being strictly instrumental. You have the voice there going along.
That's right. Because I mean, when it comes down to 4/4 and 2/4, you have your quarter notes, da, 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 and you have your half notes, da, da, da. You know what I mean? Which is the breakdown part of what music or what we listen to kind of is.
Yeah.
It's a time signature change.
Sure.
So I like this. This is fucking cool.
And you said it's one of your lighter songs, dude. If this is one of your lighter songs, give me your heaviest.
I was gonna say,
I want to know what that's like.
That's right. Give us your heaviest song. Give us your heaviest song. But I like this.
Yeah, I do as well.
Dig into this.
I do as well.
I can certainly dig into this. Do you guys tour? Do you travel, or what the fuck? I mean,
yeah, this is the type of metalcore that I like. This certainly plays into what I specifically care for in metalcore genre. Like you have the screaming, but it's very well balanced with the singing.
That's right.
The musicianship is good. It's not overly simplistic. This is actually really nice to listen to on the music side as well.
Yep.
I like this. I do.
I do as well. Let's get to the last minute and then we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Right back into the 4/4 time. Right back into the 2/4 time. I like this.
I like the drop off the lyric of the musicianship a little bit.
Well, that just means that they're going to be building up towards the last 30 seconds of the song.
We'll see.
We would hope.
We'll see. Or it's going to fade.
Okay, so it faded.
Yeah. That's okay.
And that works too.
Yeah, that's not bad. You know what? For somebody I've never heard of, that was good.
Yeah.
It almost makes me question why this is something that was not put out there for us. I mean, that's right in the bread and butter of what we look for in the metalcore genre.
I would agree with that. Now, when it comes down to different songs, we're going to want to hear. We're going to want to hear a little bit of a difference in
that's what we do for everybody
in the approach to how the songs are written.
Yeah. Is it all constructed the same? Is there a little change? Is there different breakdowns? Is there different paces?
Right.
Something like that.
Because as much as we like this, I wouldn't want to hear 12 songs like that.
No, of course.
You know what I mean? Like on an album.
Well, I mean, we sat there and what was the fucking album that we just fucking went over? Oh, fucking Bad Wolves. It's the same thing with Bad Wolves. We just did the whole album reaction to their new album, but it sounded so similar to the Disobey album
that we didn't like it.
That it completely turned us off immediately.
That's right.
You know, I get having a specific sound, and I get having like a certain way that you play. Talking about listening to Wage War, talking about listening to Mice Metal, talking about listening to Beartooth. There's no song that comes on from any of them where we're like, we don't know who this is.
Well, sure.
But they do change it up. So that will be interesting to see. Okay, let's go into the next one. Let's see if it's different. Let's see if there's that moment where like, oh, that was nice. Oh, that's different. Something like that.
Well, and that's what we definitely look for. We want to. Hey, this was good. I can listen to this, and I can dig into the sound, but it just can't sound like this for multiple songs.
Right.
It needs to be a little different. I get where you guys are starting from, and I really like this. It's all screaming. Okay, it's all screaming. It's a little bit different. If you're into it, I'm okay. He is more into the half and half, or maybe 60-40 clean as opposed to screaming. I personally
like the screaming.
I love the screaming aspect of things. Like Wage War has turned into one of my top 3. And it was almost instantaneous once we started listening to
it was also on the older side where it was almost predominantly screaming as opposed to that 50-50 or that 60-40 type.
But that's not necessarily fair either, because the very first song that I heard was low.
Well, it is, but
then once we started
that
digging
was what
in,
got you digging
That's right. Once we started to dig into it and we got into the Dead Weights and the Blueprints album, it was like, holy fuck, what is this? And I personally love that kind of shit. So yeah. I'm certainly down to go ahead and get into the screaming parts of stuff.
Hey, thanks for the fucking suggestion, bro. That was
a good one.
I would have never thought that anybody that was commenting on one of our videos was going to give us something that we've never heard of, or a band that we've never heard of. Granted, it's your band, which is really fucking awesome. And that I would have been like, that's fucking tight.
Yeah,
that was tight.
That's right.
That was tight.
Yeah, I certainly like this. When it comes down to this one, you get the.
Oh, I'm gonna give you the all the way up.
That's right.
That was good.
Absolutely. And the Holy One, that was the first song that we came across. We decided to go ahead and do this because that was the last comment on the previous video.
Right. That was one you gave us to begin with.
That's right.
But then this is the one that you gave us after that. So maybe we'll dig into that next.
We're gonna take a few minutes like we always do. We'll cut this video.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and we'll dig into more of your shit, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have time to hang around and watch a little bit more? That'd be awesome to have your feedback while we're continuing to dig into your shit. And I'll tell you now, out of everybody that's actually giving us comments of, oh, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this, listen to that, we haven't liked anything.
Sure.
So it's awesome.
Oh, speaking of, I know that we're about to get off real quick. If you can do a quick comment.
About to get off real quick. Fuck you going.
You know, that's what we do.
Going to the bathroom?
That's what we do.
Son of a bitch.
But
close the door.
We've had a lot of comments about our sound quality, and I know that we're very raw when it comes to our approach. Just let us know real quick if you're hearing at least enough to where you can understand what we're doing.
Well, no, I think that what people are saying is that you can hear us, but they're having a hard time hearing the music.
So let us know if that's accurate, please, because if we're at least getting the music overhead, it's just not what most of these reactors.
The audio quality of the song cuts out a bit. Yeah, unfortunately, bro, we are one of those channels that we would rather sit there and have you guys hear what's going on with us, because we know that a lot of people that are listening to these songs have already heard them.
Right.
And at that point, you are getting a really raw, uncut reaction video from people that don't necessarily care whether or not you hear the song, because we know that you have.
I appreciate that, bro. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna come back. That was awesome. We're gonna dig into this band a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm Riley.
And I am Danny. We are Music Mayhem. We'll see you guys back in a few minutes.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, bro.
That was fucking good.